How am I supposed to know, man?
Oh, you wanna play like that, huh? You wanna play like that, huh? You wanna play like that? So I finally got my hands on Sonic Racing Crossworlds, and it's a very fun kart racer with a fantastic roster, introducing the crazy mechanic of letting go of the accelerate button to turn smoothly, instead of just relying on drifting alone. What do you mean that's not the gimmick? But I'd be lying if I said if it was a perfect game, and a potential Mario Kart world killer. For one, you can't kill Mario Kart, it's too fundamentally popular. And as for the other thing, well, that's what this video is for. These are 7 changes I want in Crossworlds. Number 1, Jukebox improvements. Starting off with my favorite inclusion, the Jukebox is an excellent feature in this game, giving the player the ability to create their own custom soundtrack, and unlocking songs from previous games gives an excellent incentive to do time trials on every course. That being said, it is incredibly inconvenient to disable and enable, because some of these courses are just straight up better with their default track. Example, I refuse to play on Kronos Island without that amazing remix of I'm Here. But since you can only toggle the jukebox on the main menu, there's no way to preemptively turn it off in the online lobby. Ideally, there should be a button on the side menu that opens the jukebox, and this would be on the track select menu and the online lobby. Being able to set the jukebox on a per track basis would be great as well. Makes more sense than a per lap basis. Speaking of the jukebox, what the hell are some of these song selections? The only non-vocal writer's track is Green Cave, multiple games are missing despite having tracks that would fit a racing game, and what the hell is Sonic Origins doing here? Not to mention there's a lack of extremely iconic songs from games that were included here unaccounted for. No Cosmic Eternity, no Quartz Quadrant, no Honeycomb Havoc, no Generations Chemical Plant, no Endless Possibilities? Like, I know there's the Dark Gaia version, but you're really just gonna ignore the best vocal track in the entire series? Come on. And while we're still on the topic of music, being able to manually set a song to play on the main menu would be nice, and would give the Sonic Origins title theme an actual use. If I have to listen to this dumbass main theme any more times with lyrics like these, I'm going to lose my mind. Number 2, voice lines for DLC characters. Now for an obvious one, the DLC characters really should be able to speak, or at least a Sega character should be able to. There's an interview with Izuka where he was asked why the DLC characters don't have voice lines, and his reasoning was that writing interaction between every character would be too much effort. And I agree, that would take a lot of money and effort, especially considering how much DLC we're getting in the future. So don't write interactions. You already have generic rival dialogue, so you can completely ignore that hurdle. Hell, Hatsune Miku is proof that Sonic Team can do just that. Just ignore the fact that her voice is emphasized. With that out of the way, the absolute minimum you'd have to do is to port voice lines from the Sega character's original game, and call it a day. But you might have noticed that I've been hard focusing on the Sega side of the DLC, and that's because it's actually believable that the non-Sega characters couldn't get voice lines. Like, I can only imagine how much it cost just to get SpongeBob into this game, much less all the Nickelodeon characters. But the price of the Season Pass isn't helping that case.
It's my
Damn,
Ichi-Box.
okay, Mr. All the items.
It's your Ichi-Box.
Holy shit, the handling goes hard!
Dude, I don't know what
Ichi-Box.
Man, Microsoft has been really cooking with their new advertisement. This is an Ichi-Box.
Number 3, costumes. This should be pretty easy to understand why this should be added. Considering the only costumes in this game so far are the AI Racers and Red Sage, it really feels like there should be more costumes. An easy suggestion is Riders costumes. With Extreme Gear and the Babylon Rogues in the game, it feels weird using them with characters that have Riders designs. Another cool idea would be Murder Sonic costumes, and yes, this does include Metal Sonic and Sage. Eggpon has a surplus of costume potential, and to end it off, classic costumes, because that's probably going to be the most realistic outcome. And number 4, more Sonic characters and tracks. So far I'm liking the DLC. It really feels like it appeals to the Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transformers crowd by adding Sega and non-Sega characters. But, that being said, it would be nice if we got more Sonic stuff in this Sonic racing game. The base game roster is strong enough. Everyone that could be considered a mainstay is here, the Babylon Rogue should always be in racing spin-offs, and Zavik and Zaz are here too, I guess. But there are still some characters that should get a chance to come back. Like, the fact that Northstar Alice is here but Trip isn't is kinda wild. And while we're at it, bring Fang, why not? Gamma Tikal and Chaos would be cool, but they kinda fall into the group of cool characters whose inclusion would make zero sense due to being dead as shit. And of course, I would love to see characters from the IDW comics. With official voices, obviously. Oh, well, thanks for dating the video, Sega, but there are still more comic characters that should be added. And also, I just remembered Styx exists. Add her to the game. She was literally mentioned at the end of Frontiers. As for tracks, more Riders tracks is a must. The fact that only White Cave made it in is nuts. Babylon Garden or Metal City would complement White Cave as a second Riders track. Geek and Rocks and Aquatic Capital are extremely cool tracks from Zero Gravity. And as for Free Riders, fuck, I don't know. All anyone ever seems to talk about is the broken controls. Pick any of them for all I care. When it comes to tracks based on the rest of the series, there's not much to talk about since, outside the classic games, most entries have at least one track in terms of representation. That being said, if you're gonna take Dinosaur Jungle and Pirate Storm from Secret Rings, the fact that no stages from Black Knight are here is pretty crazy. Like, tell me racing through Camelot Castle or Molten Mine wouldn't be awesome.
Break everything.
I hate this game.
I'm sawing the Ichi-Box in half!
Because they raised
No! My Ichi-Box! No! I'm about to get crushed!
Number 5, online improvements. Okay, stop me if you've heard this one before. You're playing online with a couple of friends. You're having a good time, you're a few races in, and all of a sudden... Crossworlds Online is held together by shoelaces and dollar store glue. And all I really want is at the very least upgrade the glue. Like, it's pretty embarrassing when Nintendo has more stable online. Less important, but the random track button should pull from every single course, not just the 3 already selected. The whole point of going random is that it's something to fall back on when you don't want to play on the 3 selected courses. Number 6, Old Extreme Gear. Don't get me wrong, the set of new Extreme Gear this game introduces are amazing, but man, only having access to 4 boards, with one of those being DLC, is pretty damn lame. Like, as someone who primarily played Zero Gravity as a kid, I would love to use one of those boards in this game. Unfortunately, they decided that the Zero Gravity Extreme Gear they would port over is Storm's borderline oversized board, meaning that it looks extremely awkward on everyone except him, Eggman, Big, Vector, and Zavok. And I know I was making fun of Free Riders earlier, but if their Extreme Gear is anything like Waves, I'd be down to see more of them. And OG Riders boards need no justification. These boards rock. Number 7. The evil fucking rival difficulty system! I swear, this is one of the most borked difficulty systems in any video game ever. More often than not, it feels like the difficulty doesn't affect how the rival plays, but rather how much everyone else fucking hates you specifically. I saw my friend Pyro's attempt to beat a rival at max difficulty when the game launched, and it was an absolute nightmare to witness. He could barely do anything. And don't get me started on the Race Park's team modes, where it doubles as a teammate's stupidity bar. And even on the lowest difficulties, the rivals can just will a victory into existence somehow. If any one of these changes were to be implemented, make it this one. At least then the team modes would be actually fun at higher difficulties. And I can get most of these changes via mods. Sorry, console players.
Ichi-Box
that was
win!
Dude, don't apologize. This is just the fucking, like, we're just fucking...
Bro, the Ichi-Box got 5th place.
Hey, that's top 5.